I am tired and I am fatigued, and all of this I have caused to myself. Hi, I am Tanisha, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. A few days back, I was just thinking that what do I want to talk, because after two videos, I just ran out of ideas, but I figured it out. So I was just thinking that what do I want to share next. I just remember one of the incident during a school project. I was working with children and counseling them, and one of the girl who came to me for counseling, let's just call her Mimi, okay? So Mimi came to me with complaints like being bullied by her bench partner, not feeling heard or seen, not having best friends, feeling neglect at home because her parents are busy taking care of the other two siblings. So she feels that they are she is not given enough attention, and of course it felt like okay, that child needs attention and that child is craving for attention, and it's just like any other student. But then she expressed that I just feel like I want to run away and I want to die. If I will not exist, then I'll not feel anything. And suddenly I was taken aback by that statement, because imagine a fifth standard student saying this. How lonely that child must be feeling at that time to say that at first place. So I just hugged her. I said that see, I am here whenever you want to talk, whatever you want to talk, I am here to listen to you. It's been like 4 5 months that to this incident, and then suddenly this incident reminded me of myself, because I few days back I was having therapy session, and what I expressed was kind of similar to what she expressed. And when my therapist asked or digged deeper, then I realized that okay, somewhat my story is similar. And like, imagine you are a sixth grader, okay, and one day you woke up and you go to school, and your friends, who are your good friends, just decided to not talk to you anymore. Reason? None. You don't know. Like, they have shifted their benches, they are not looking at you, they have not saved a seat for you, and in lunch they are not calling you to have lunch together. And you are a kid, right? In sixth standard, you are just a kid, and you just don't know how to solve that situation, how to resolve that issue with communication or whatever. And then you have just like excluded and isolated. Cut to few years later, you shift, not few, just cut to 1 2 years later, you shift to another school. Now you are excited and hoping ki, now here I will make new friends, I will have a group of friends, this is going to be amazing, right? But then you see yourself that you are not able to fit in, because people there are coming from a different financial background, social background, and friendships are already formed, and you are just an outsider. Then yeah, that feeling was there. As much as it sounds like victimizing or cliche, that was there. But no matter what the scenario was, I was just pushing myself from hurt, from isolation and loneliness, because I never got a space to vent out. Because when you look around the adults around, you just see that they are all engaged in their own problems. So you just like, I don't want to burden them with my problems, and my problems are so small. Like, are these even problem? You don't even consider them as a problem. Like, at least if I talk about myself. So I just struggled in loneliness. So as I grew up, I silenced myself and made myself, in a way that I used to give logical reasonings and explanations for the behaviors of others. Even if they said something, they did something, it hurt me, I didn't confronted them at any point, and I just let it be. And how it looked like was that I made myself understood. I gave logical reasoning to myself, isolated myself, and when I was okay enough to go back, I used to go back. But all of this did just one thing for me, which was not nice at all, was that it made me feel distant from people only. Like, I felt distant from people, and this was the exact topic that I discussed in my therapy session, that I feel distant from people. Like, no matter what I feel for them, do for them, or would be willing to do for them, or they do for me, somewhere there is a protective layer in between that I feel is always there. I don't know why it is. And I feel like always walking on edge when it comes to relationships, like any kind of relationship, maintaining any kind of relationship, be it family, friends, anything. Now I understood that, how imperfect, imbalanced I was at managing my emotions. Like, when I say that, I did all of this to myself, was because I was in an illusion that I am good at managing emotions and understanding my own emotions. But no, it was an imbalanced and imperfect way. It was an unhealthy way. Like, so far I was able to sustain because I was suppressing it all. But when you grow up, you can't really suppress your emotions. You can't just exist quietly, because your feelings will strive for peace, your feelings will strive for answers, your feelings will strive for balance. They would not sit quietly. And when you grow up, your circle also grows. It is not limited to how it was in childhood. And then you need to manage and maintain those relationships, be it with your family, your friends, your romantic relationship, your work relationship, anything. And all of this become very complex to manage, or maybe that was for me. And even in that, I was able to do everything right every time, but not the right way for myself, because I was not validating my emotions enough, or at all, if I say. I didn't had boundaries. Okay. And when I used to feel hurt, I used to feel that, I should not confront that person, because it will make them feel bad, or they will be distant from me, or the friendship or the relationship will get bitter. Like, if I like, how does it matter if I don't do it? Isn't it that has already happened for me? So that was a fault in my thinking. And then also, I never communicated my needs, my wants, and my expectations completely as it is, with confidence, that I need this, so I need this. Because I thought that this is a selfish behavior. But we are all humans. If and it exists on a give and take relationship. And if someone else is expecting something from me, then I have the equal right to expect those things from that person. And I wish that, when it came to friendships or relationship with family or anyone, I wish when they were being insensitive to me, or in any way I felt hurt, I could have been able to say that, hey, this hurts, or hey, please don't do this, I feel bad. I really wish. But my attempts were always to cover up, always to fence my feelings, always to ease out my discomfort on my own, which rather should have been responsibility of the person who is causing that. And now that I have started expressing, now that I have started, saying things, pointing out things then and there, saying things that, this hurt me, no, you are not right here because I feel this, and just communicating as it is, it feels so much better, so much lighter, because I don't have to carry the burden to sustain that relationship. I don't have to carry the responsibility to not cause other people feel bad or anxious. I don't have to carry the responsibility to be a kind and a nice person. I just don't. So just one takeaway that I want you to take from this video is that even if you think that you are good at managing emotions, you think that you get over things easily, you think that you are understanding and mature, but at the end you are still feeling hurt. By hurt I mean you are just feeling disconnected from people, not having enthusiasm in any relationship, friendships, you are just disheartened, then that means that you are not being understanding. You are just logically giving yourself explanations and not acknowledging your emotions. You need to acknowledge your emotions and give them the due importance and validations to your emotions. The logic will come after. Okay? Understood? You better understand. Sorry. Okay. So that was it from my side. That was the experience that I wanted to talk about, and it's somewhat makes me feel that, oh, being vulnerable on a YouTube video, but who cares anyways. See you next time. Bye bye.